problem that they have is they want to bring a man in their life to make them whole rather than already being whole and having a desire to submit to somebody else prior to the relationship.
Yeah, okay.
Submit.
But we got an amen over here. You got an amen over here.
You see those knives over there?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one sister over there that clapped. There's 3 knives.
I guess because I watched
I'll take that hit.
Because I watched my father do that. Honey, I'm taking your car today. I'm gonna go get it cleaned, and while I'm at work, I'm gonna have the mechanic.
I didn't have that kind of teacher.
Okay.
My teacher wasn't there.
And that's exactly what this film was about.
Now, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. The other night I came home. I said, you know what? Let me go downstairs. You know, she's working or whatever. Let me go downstairs. You know, say hello and give the baby a hug here. And I have a witness here. I believe. I know I got a witness in the room. Can I get an amen? I said, hey, baby. I said, how you doing? I said, what's going on? I said, hello to everybody. I said, how you doing? I just want to give you a hug. Oh, I'm busy right now. I said, okay, I'll wait a song or two. You know, I sit here, conversate with the people. Conversate with the people. Don't you know Mary J. Blige came on with some I love you, I apologize, I forgive you song. Oh, that's my song. That's my song. And I can't get a hug. A hug. I didn't ask for no cottontail. I just asked for a hug. That's just a hug. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No. There is some days when you're very resentful and you're angry and you're frustrated because you're the good cop, you're the bad cop, you're the cop. I mean seriously, so you become, even to a male son, you become the good, the bad, and the ugly, and what do you represent as a mother trying to be nurturing to a male son, but then how he's getting is these domineering, assertive women. He's not even seeing the role of a strong, black man handling, business or running the household. And that's not what me personally would have desired, for my son. I'll be very honest up front. And how do I try to undo that? And how do I temper that? But I wasn't the kind of woman to have uncles over my children. And so what do I do? I mean, to me, you feel like I felt like I was between a rock and a hard place. You don't want to come across overbearing, but then I don't want to introduce my son to a different uncle every other month or every other year. So, that, puts you in a very compromising, position. So it is resentful.
This. You can't. Hey, Gina, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, sure. No, she didn't pause. She didn't turn it off.
Honestly,
she let the TV roll.
And this is what this is about.
You can't talk. You can't talk. You can't communicate.
But this is what this is about. This is supposed to be about being able to communicate and finding a common ground of communication. Because
and a teachable moment for some.
Because she needs to know what I'm feeling just as much as I need to know what she's feeling.
When I think about Black love, I see my brothers, millions of men marching in the streets of Washington, D.C. I feel a need for atonement. When I think about Black love, I feel a need for atonement because I can see my brothers kneeling before the altar. When I think about Black love, I think about babies. I feel the sunrise and I feel hope in my spirit when I think about Black love. When I think about Black love, I think about my mom and dad being married for 27 years, falling in and out of love. I think about commitment. And at the end of the day, when I think about Black love, I think about my sisters, 70% of women who are raising their children by themselves. I see myself at the table with my girlfriends, giggling and funny conversations, but at the end of the day, self-reflection asks us the question, are there not enough men or too many women?
There are men who are predators in a sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's women like that too.
There are women like that too. I mean, I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'm not just I'm on both sides that will take a partner and drain them for everything that they have, and then when they get what they want, they leave.
If she was not able to help me out financially, help me out with a place to live, some way, shape, or form, it didn't last long. if she was able to do those things, I kind of strung her along as I could until I found another woman who could take her place. Over the last 4 years of my addiction, I have been a user, not necessarily a provider, not a strong black man, I should say. So I'm trying to deal with those problems that I'm addressing. Right now, I speak with my counselor about it. First and foremost, I'm honest to him about it. And even if I'm not honest to him about it, he knows about it. He's been there, done that, so it's like, why waste your time being dishonest?
Her love for me, I knew of. I had the same type of love, but I had a side of me that wanted to still enjoy any other kind of cookie that was out in the area that I could have fun with, things of that nature. Like a recent thing that just happened, something transpired. She went in my phone and here it is, naked pictures and other women's numbers. So therefore I wasn't being truly faithful, you know. So that's what gives the impression to society because of one man's acts, you know. Because if I was totally in love with her and knew what I had to the fullest, I would have treated her differently than I did.
When I think about black love, I think about my brothers being locked up in prison.
I have a lot more women due to the incarceration thing that are professionals that are actually coming into their own.
We just made a choice to use drugs. We made a choice to use alcohol. We made a choice to rob, steal, and go to prison. Nobody made these choices for us. We did this ourselves. We did this to ourselves.
When I think about black love, I want to take a deep breath for every time that I feel like my brothers have not been able to express themselves.
Why do you think it is then that sisters are progressing and brothers are not progressing?
Well, like I said, a lot of us, at least from what I've seen, a lot of us have given up on ourselves because of the decrease in opportunities that are being presented to us. And oftentimes we don't go and put forth as much effort as we possibly can. After you come out of being incarcerated, it's hard to go get that top-notch job because of your record. I mean, you could just have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, and from that point forward, you're kind of late.
When I go into a Blockbuster video store to buy a love story movie, I go to a movie that's not black. Because it's so hard for us to be in love. There's no fairy tale at the end of anybody's rainbow. Love is always complicated. It's never patient or kind. But I want a fairy tale. I want to be in love where the stars are shining and his skin is honey cocoa brown. And we can have conversations that meet intellectual stimulations beyond my imagination.
Change a person, because you're not going to change a person. You can instruct a person as to what you like, and if you think that person comes to the table in a way that's satisfactory to you, cool. If not, move.
All right. Well, we're wrapping this up, but what I want to ask the question is, this is one of the questions I wanted to ask. What if your husband has cheated and you chose to, okay, we're going to get through this, and
self-love, black love, being in love, tied to love, bound by love, or has our love been masqueraded? When I think about black love, it brings me to my knees to ask God for prayers because I don't understand the weakness that we feel. I sit in the airport sometimes and gaze at the eyes of new lovers, people getting off flights, honeymooners. I see innocent love, old love, new love. But I ask myself the question, why is it so hard for black people to be in love? Is the test of times just struggle?
why do men cheat? Can anybody come in anytime? Why do men cheat? You be the first.
Why do women cheat?
I think that, I don't think there's one set answer, for that. I mean, I'm sure all of us can come up with different answers, and I'm sure even many of the ladies can come up with different answers as to why men cheat. A lot of times, some, and one of the reasons I think that they may cheat sometimes is because, and you'll hear this said, they're not